And we're back
And we're back
at the Cozy Show in the Cozy Corner with my co-host Chris Mariscal and our special guest,
I'm Char Curry,
aka
says what she wants.
aka
The sex philanthropist.
Hey,
The #1 female advocate for men, but also a sister to women.
goddamn right. We had the pleasure to have her on. Her daughter actually was the one that said to have you on. Yeah. And then me and Chris talked about it, and we DM'd you, and you're here now.
Yeah,
so
I'm here. Let's go.
How do you feel? How are you feeling about this?
I feel really good. I'm so glad I'm here with you guys. You guys have such good energy. Like I'm like honored. Like seriously. Like I really am. So,
Aw.
thank you.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you stepping out. And
Yes.
So for those you don't know, she's well. We found you on Instagram. Is that where you started, or kind of started posting stuff?
TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started on TikTok and I posted a video one day and it just like went all over the place and it just became a niche for me.
Yeah.
You know, it was a passion, but also like it became a niche for me and, you know, people need the help.
Yeah. I know. I saw that you have like, I think right now we'll post a picture, like 80,000 followers
on TikTok, right?
We're almost at 91,
Jeez.
guys. Almost at 1 million.
How does it feel?
Yeah, like
some followers.
Yeah, I mean, with us, with a mere 400 or something, you know.
You know what? Honestly,
just wait here. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
Honestly, it's not about the numbers to me. If I can help one person, then I'm good to go. But because I'm able to help so many people, it makes me feel like so good. Because like my whole purpose in life, no matter what I'm doing, is to help people, no matter what. So it just so happens that, you know, I'm helping men to see that, you know, like you guys are worth it too. Like you guys have a voice, you have emotions, and your voice matters. So
if you could like summarize probably your main point in most of your videos, just for the people, because most of these people probably don't know, right? Like, well, how would you describe that so that we could get some like background?
I would say that men have it so hard. You guys have it so hard. Like once your feet hit the ground, and before that, it's like you guys carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. So you have to go to work, you have to deal with stuff. You have to go out into society, you have to deal with stuff. You guys are what makes the world go round. And so to come home and to have someone, whoever your person is, nagging at you, like I'm not even kidding, like, you know, like it's that's supposed to be your safe place. That's supposed to be your safe haven, and your person is supposed to be your safe haven. Yet a lot of the times the closest ones to us are the ones that hurt us the most or that don't listen to us the most.
Yeah, that's true, because like I guess the people who are closest you're the most vulnerable with, you know?
Most like influence on you too. If you think about like family and stuff and significant others, it's like you take their advice and their words to heart, you know?
Yeah.
So I see that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if we could can you like summarize your content and what you do like on social media? Cause I'm a little bit funny. I'm kind of smart. I've got some wisdom, and then I have this spiritual thing going on too. So, you know, all of that like summed into one is like, excuse me, that's like what I put into my content. So one moment I'm sharing some wisdom. One moment I'm being funny. The next moment I'm like slapping the screen. That's my signature, you guys. Shut the fuck I love
out
it, dude.
Yeah, it's always a good little cap at the end of the video. Just it's over, you know? Just ridiculous.
Yeah. And then like on the spiritual side of things, like I just, you know, I call it a gift. You know, people can call it what they want to call it, but I just have this knowing. So sometimes I'm on live and I'm giving relationship advice, and then I'll just automatically just know something about their situation or a person. And I'm like, hey, this and this is going on. And you know somebody named such and such. So it's like all of that grouped into one, I feel like makes me unique. And people, because I'm such a people person, people receive me well. Because even if I'm saying something like that's difficult to hear or receive, when I say things, it's like people are more receptive to it because they can relate to me.
Have you always been kind of like outspoken and maybe like advice giver and stuff like that?
I have. And also I call myself the no judgment zone, because no matter who it is, no matter what background, no matter what culture it is, like I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to be there for you, and I'm going to give you the best wisdom or advice that I can give you. Yep.
Do you ever get like any hate or any flack online for like,
Heck
because her content, if you haven't seen it, we'll put all her ads here. But she does support men a lot, as we've said, and a lot of the things she says, it's like pointing out maybe mistakes that women will make in a relationship and stuff like that. So I wonder, in the world we live in today. You know, do you get hate as a woman, like speaking so highly of men?
I do a lot, because a lot of people, I don't know, for those that are familiar with Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels that passed away, a lot of people tend to call me the female Kevin Samuels. And if you know anything about him, he got a lot of hate for what he was saying, because there was so much rawness and so much truth to it. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are out of touch with reality. And so what happens is they live in a false reality to where they don't like to accept truth. They don't like to accept rawness. So with my content being so straight and forward out there, like I say what the fuck I want, right?
Wait, is that really what
I say what the fuck
Hey! Literally.
So, you know, a lot of people have a hard time, especially women. They'll call me a pick-me. They'll call me, what are the other words that they use, you guys?
Manny Pixie Girl or something?
They'll say, I have masculine energy. They'll call me all these different things. They'll get on there, and what they do is they make my content even more relevant. And the guys get in I don't even have to say anything. The guys get in the comments and they...
you got hitters.
Even some of the women.
Right.
Even some of the women, it's like they do too. But for the most part, it's been, you know, positive. I will say that 84% that follow me are men and 16% are like women. So I have noticed that. But yeah.
I feel like it makes me feel so much better when I see your content, like, actually, you know? It's just like, damn, as a man, the things she says sometimes, I'm like, damn right, you know? Like, fuck.
Yeah, like, I think at first I was so, like shook, because, like, me and Chris we're raised by all girls, basically, like we said in the past, in the pod. And, like, so we're always in that kind of side of the spectrum, you know, and, like, looking at it from that point of view and always, like, emphasizing with that, you know, and then we see, like, the hardships they all the women go through and everything. So it is kind of crazy, like, just seeing that perspective. And for me, since I haven't seen that, like what you're talking about too much, I would just imagine like scenarios, because there's like 7 billion people on the planet, you know, like I'm sure there's a lot of times where what you're saying is like to the T, where like a girl isn't accepting responsibility, or the girl's the issue, or like a woman is just causing like repetitive problems, you know? And it's like, it must be nice for the guy, for a man, you know, like who's been in a relationship for so long, being like, oh, there is a problem here, you know? And it's not just me.
Right. And you know what I will say to that is the fact that how many times have you heard of men being told how to treat a woman? That's, you know, you're supposed to provide, you're supposed to protect, you're supposed to please her, you're supposed to do all these things, but there's very little out there as far as what women are supposed to do, as far as what their role is. And so here I come. Hold on, let me help you out. I call it hooking them up.
What kind of like hate have you gotten, if you're down to talk about that?
They'll stitch stuff and, you know, go on these rants. They will find my IG and send me like stuff in my DM like, oh my God, like you're a pick me and you're this. And, you know, they get in the comments. And like, for me, it's like, I have such tough skin. I was built for this. I was made for this. I've been speaking out for myself and other people for years. It just so happens that, you know, I'm speaking out on a bigger platform, and it's, you know, specifically geared more towards men. So I'm built for this. So I like, sometimes I leave the comments up there, but if I feel like it's like too stank, I'll just delete it. I just delete it, because I'm like a positive, joyful, like upbeat person. So I just don't have time for it. Sometimes, you know, if it's a question that, you know, somebody leaves on a post or something, sometimes I'll respond. You guys will find some of that. Sometimes I'll get a little snarky, but rarely will you see that, because I like to stay in my zone. And if anybody touches my peace or my freedom or anything of that nature, they gotta go. And that's even with, you know, content, like not doing it.
Yeah. And I think the issue with like the angry or hateful comments, I would say, is because like, I feel like maybe at first I could understand why a girl would be like, well, what about me? Like, what have I gone through? But it's like, this content obviously isn't for like talking about you right now. Like, if you feel like you're doing good, you know, and you're not the problem, or fuck, you're probably single, you know, or something like that, where it's like, okay, then this is probably, this isn't for you, you know, like this is like, and that's okay. And that I like to be, and I feel like Chris as well, like we're super open, you know, like even just like I said, like I hadn't even thought of like a lot of the things you've said. I'm still willing to have you on because I'm like, well, it's obviously like I'm sure some people agree or some people need to hear that, you know?
Yeah.
So it does kind of suck how like people are just so like quick to be like boom, boom, bash. Like it doesn't have to be like one or the other. That's the thing. Is like, you know?
And I agree. And this is the thing where how many years have we watched television and heard radio shows where they're always geared towards what women want, what women think, all this help for women. Let's have the round table. Here, yeah, girl, No, like very rarely do you see platforms where men can be open and they can be honest and they're real and raw. And honestly, like if you go and look at my videos and you look in the comments, it's like the men are finally getting a chance to open up about their feelings. Sometimes they write paragraph after paragraph because they don't have an outlet.
Yeah.
So, and I've created this safe space where it's like they feel comfortable doing that. Even though it's public and social, they still feel like they have a voice or like, oh my gosh, like I'm not crazy. So for the women that say, oh, what about us? This is their thing. What about us? It goes both ways. Like that's their go-to.
Yeah.
You know, and so...
And the thing is, like, when they're saying, what about us, I feel like it's just easy to be like, just look at any other channel. You know, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
why do you...
outlets,
That's the thing is, like, why do you want
bunch.
one person, like, for example, you, obviously, like, why do you want me to change my content when there's, like, so many other people who are saying exactly what you need to hear? And it's
Right.
more... You're just looking to pick a fight rather than actually, like, caring, you know?
Yeah. And I was talking to one of my friends earlier, and it's just like, you know, they're looking for something. Instead of listening to the entire message, they hear keywords or, you know, their little antlers will go up when they hear something good being said about men. And it's like they feel like they have to say something. You can just pass it by. You don't even have to say anything. But here you come, proving my point, proving his point. And you're making yourself look very, very ignorant most of the time.
And then it's good for you because any publicity. Good publicity.
It's good publicity.
And it proves your point, you know? And then because I've seen that a lot in like the girls' terms, like, you know, like, well, girl will do something like an all woman gym and all stuff. And then the guys are like, well, what about us? What about us? And that's why I get frustrated too. Cause it's like, girls don't get a lot of stuff sometimes either, you know? So it's like the one time they kind of feel comfortable and then men are always like, you know, what about us? It's what about us? It's like,
Right.
bro, look at the world, you know?
Yeah. Or either the women, what they'll do is they'll try to infiltrate. Like you guys will create safe spaces or places to, you know, vent or, you know, have guy time or whatever. And they'll try to infiltrate that, you know, and it's most of the time it's in a negative way. They're never trying to add anything to it that has a positive connotation. They're always trying to take away from it, which has a negative connotation. So that, you know, it's just unacceptable to me, you know. And the other thing is that some people have platforms like mine when they're speaking up for men, but they have like this whole like talk show host, like news anchor thing where it's just like it's just like so fake and it's like cringe to me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You do seem like, and I feel like people who do like watch your or will watch your stuff or have watched your stuff like can see that you're posting day to day and like you're posting in moments where it's like it's just in your head, and I think you just like
record.
record.
She's in her car. Or like, she's
exactly.
in
You know,
she's
it's
in her
nothing's
room,
like fake, weird, planned. I feel like, you know, which is nice, and I'm sure the audience and like the people who really appreciate your stuff see that, you know. And it's nice that the men who like commented and stuff like feel that good area where they're like, oh, like, you know, maybe their whole life they haven't felt like they've had someone on their side, and it's nice that they're like, you know, I got someone on my shoulder.
Yeah. I know you've already kind of touched on it, but I'm just curious, like, where did the views come from? Because I feel like you hold like very strong views about, you know, standing up for men and stuff and calling out women. Like,
you know
where
what?
Does that stem from?
Just over the years, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris.
No, you're good. That was
like just over the years, it's like just watching things, you know what I mean? Just being around people. I have a lot of guy friends. And then just seeing how the world in itself is just imbalanced, especially nowadays, you guys, because so many times, you know, society and their families and their friends and their sisters will say, yeah, girl, It's like, you know, society has put women on this certain pedestal now. We're boss bitches. We're independent. We're this, we're that, to where they look down on men, especially these women who have, quote unquote, made it for themselves and have become successful financially. What they'll do is they'll look down on men. and they think they can say and do certain things, but also it's a certain mentality because you have I call it the Meg the Stallion and Cardi B.
I was gonna ask, what do you think about Megan the Stallion? Because that's the first person that pops in my head.
I call it the Meg the Stallion Cardi B mentality, where it's just like use men, use them for what you can get from them. And it's all about financial abuse of men, but also emotional abuse of men. Because what you hear in these songs and what you see on reality TV, these men are financially and emotionally and psychologically abusing these men. And some of them are also being abused physically. And that's something I talk on as well, at least once or twice a month. Yep.
And on your bio, it says you're a counselor, right?
I am.
So how's that been for you, that career and that journey?
I've been a certified counselor for about 5 years now, and especially with doing this, 99.9% of my clients are men. I'm starting to get more women that are booking appointments with me. But when I say these calls are life-changing, it's they're getting wisdom, they're getting advice, they're getting the spiritual thing, and it's they're getting a safe space. So they're getting to vent, but they're also getting, some tools that they need to go forward and be, the best men that they can be. But they're also getting someone that listens to them. And that sometimes, honestly, you guys, 85, 90% of the time, they just want you to listen.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
I forgot what I was watching or something, but it definitely just mentioned that and highlighted that, how men they just need to talk,
Yes.
And I think we find that little I think we take for granted what me and Chris have, because we have a lot of friends, our close friends, and each other. We vent to each other about everything. We just talk and talk and talk.
Good.
Yeah, we're open books.
So I kind of forget how valuable that is to certain guys and people in general who are just man, I haven't been able to say what I really want to say or whatever for so long, But I tell Chris everything by the hour, I'm just man, bro, this is my coworker, this, it's just nice because it's just constant, you kind of have to let that go or else it's just going to stay in for so long,
Real quick, it's been nice having this podcast too, because I even have people texting me sometimes, or reaching out after listening to a podcast, being dude, I struggled with this too, or I went through this too. I can't believe you did too. And it's pretty cool having that influence,
that's what it's about. It's helping people no matter what, whether it's in real life, whether it's through your show, it's all about being a good person. Seriously, it's about integrity, holding up your good character, and using your wisdom and your knowledge and your spirit to help other people.
Yeah.
Seriously. So I love that you guys have that. You guys have the friends, because that's so important.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's crucial.
It can literally be life or death, and you can have that one talk that will save your life.
Literally,
and that's happened with these calls as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang,
and even on live, I'm feeling it
You're
this
in danger
person
right now.
Yeah, so I reach out to this person really quick, really quick and tell the story. So I'm feeling it, and then my best friend, she has the same type of gift where she'll just know things, and I'm like, hey, and she's like, yeah, and then I'm like, did you feel that? She's like, yeah. And so I reached out to this person, and they were gonna take themselves out. So and then we had a call, and so you just never know who you're gonna come across, who you're gonna influence, who's gonna need that help, and at what moment.
Yeah.
And as someone who tries to help people and give advice and everything, for you, how do you feel you handle yourself and your issues and your problems that you go through,
So
yeah, are you analyzing the shit out of yourself on a daily basis?
No, I don't really analyze myself, but I do have my best friend. We've been best friends since we were 9 years old. We talk at least once a day. I have my daughter who I talk to, and then I have a really good support system. But then also I love to journal. I have 25 years worth of journals. So.
Damn. And you hang on to them all?
Heck yeah. Those are books. I'm just waiting. They're going to be books one day. But literally just to share about the journaling part, because I'm writing a book on journaling to freedom. Because literally and this was in my darkest of my darkest, right? I literally went from writing a suicide note to writing affirmations to myself, and almost instantly the cloud was lifted.
Yeah.
Because I was 3 or 4 months in, I was just depressed, and I was down, and I was writing this note, and then something in me just switched. So it's journaling is powerful.
I think I'm like just starting to realize the importance of like, I guess, positive psychology, or like paying attention to what you like feed your brain. Because your brain is like a fucking computer, and it's going to remember everything you say and even everything you think. So it's like, I think like I've had this like tendency so much of being really hard on myself growing up. Yeah. And like, I've just become enlightened recently of like, you have to be really nice to yourself, because if you're not, like, your brain's going to think that about yourself, you know? Seriously. It's going to become like the way you talk about yourself and think about yourself, that's how you're going to feel about yourself, you know?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that you said that. I love that you said that. Okay. Because like for me, it's like, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Come on.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
After I just said the positive psychology, I'm like, I can't believe you.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, say it again, Chris.
I was talking about what you tell yourself and how it impacts your like self-esteem, basically, and the way you look at yourself, feel about yourself.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
It was so important. So when I think, I'll be like, guys, wait.
Yeah, just cut us off. And I think I get stuck in that. A lot of like the self-hate too. Like it's just a big cycle, big cloud that we've talked about in the pod. Mm-hmm. And then just like even how you view the world, and how you view people. Mm-hmm. It's basically just a reflection of yourself a lot of times, you know? And it's like I kind of forget that like my views are very tainted from myself, you know? And I'm like, because I'll just be like seeing certain people, seeing certain situations or even events, and I kind of see it skewed sometimes, and I'm like, that's depressing. And then I realize like, oh wait, this is just me, like, you know, like I got to change. That's because like people aren't, you know, people don't do things just because I think they're doing them for certain reasons. Mm-hmm. It's like they're doing it, they could be doing it for a totally different reason. Like I gotta catch myself, because then you kind of think like what you think is just the truth all the time, which a lot of times, you know, probably isn't.
Yeah. So I just remembered it. Yeah. I get you. I got it. So yeah, and so that's why for me, like I started this thing years and years ago, because I realized
which thing? Mm-hmm. Which thing?
Well, it was like I realized like the things that I was watching and the things that I was letting in my eyes, my ears, like the music I was listening to, the shows I was watching, it was, you know, causing conflict with my spiritual life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so what I did was like, I don't watch reality TV. I don't listen to.
I hate reality TV.
I hate it. It's so stupid.
It's just so like.
I don't look at reality TV. I don't listen to certain music. I don't even watch like certain movies and listen to certain people, because it's like it gets in here, and what goes in comes out. Mm-hmm. So I'm just very, very, very mindful. And people are like, you don't watch the news? Like, you don't watch TV? You only watch TV 3 times a month? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I watch Grey's Anatomy.
No, that's too bad. That's
Grey's
all
Anatomy.
drama.
That's it.
Isn't it all drama?
That's my show. Masked Singer. That's what I watch with my kids. But yeah, so I'm very, very, very mindful of what I watch and what I listen
put in. That's good. I was gonna ask, like, I know we're kind of shitting on the people who say like it goes both ways or whatever, so I don't want to be that person right now. But I was thinking about how you're talking about like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of like rappers would do the same thing, like talking about like bitches or whatever, you know.
Yes,
and it's very like demeaning and like So
and
how do you feel about like rap from men?
And you know what? Whether it's a female saying or whether it's a male saying it, like certain things is like what you're doing is putting certain things out into the atmosphere. Yeah. And also like they're putting this out into the atmosphere, but they don't want anybody talking about their wife like that or their sister like that or their mom like that.
I know, it's like a double standard.
Yeah, it's super double standard. But at the same time, it's like, if they'll say like, oh well, I don't want my wife to be like that, but that's all like you're putting out there. So okay, let's make that make sense. Yeah. Doesn't okay. Next. But so I don't listen to certain music. I don't I don't condone that. Like it's just not okay, especially like when you have such an influence where you could do something good with it and it's like you're not doing something good with it.
Yeah. I want to ask, I don't know if you've heard of him, but there's this guy named Andrew Tate on social media, and he kind of like blew up recently. He's bald. And then he also got like censored like pretty quickly. Like
I think either you guys or somebody else told me about him. And I looked up his picture, and I meant to look at some of his content, but I never did. So who is this guy? What does he do?
I'm not in a nutshell super well versed on him. I don't know if you are, but in a nutshell, to my understanding, it's basically like he's just really like he just says very like traditionally like what do you say? Like, just the standards he's holding for men and like promoting is like, oh, your woman should be like, she should clean for you. She should.
But it's like
offensive. Yeah, very old fashioned. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I did a video on this the other day. Not even knowing that, but I feel like a lot of the traditional and old-fashioned ways of doing things, and I was raised by my great-grandparents, so I saw a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like in today's day and age, it should be looked at differently because, like I said so many times, it's like the men are told to do X, Y, and Z for her, but little is she told to do X, Y, and Z for him. So it's so imbalanced. And you know what? I hate you guys. Happy wife, happy life. Fuck that.
That's the cringiest term I've ever heard.
because literally you're leaving the man out of everything, and you're making the man have to do everything for her and the kids and the household, but yet he gets shitted on.
Yeah.
You're giving a lot of yourself up there, and it doesn't seem very great.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think like I get embarrassed to be like, oh, like I learned about this thing that's actually really helping me, but I learned about it online or like from Instagram or something, because it sounds like kind of whack. You're like, okay, but you found this online, so how credible is it? But I was thinking about something that Jaime sent me a while ago. It kind of ties in here. There's this guy and he was talking, I think it was on TikTok, and he was like, yeah, I was like really depressed and I kind of hated myself, and I went to counseling, and my counselor was like, she picked up on like something I was saying, and he told his counselor like, oh, like I'm a great husband, I'm a great father, I'm a great this, I'm a great that. And she was like, well, what are you doing for yourself? Like, what do you like you're doing all these great things for your wife, for your kids, but what are you doing to like love yourself, basically? And that's something I found online. I feel like it helped a lot too. But I was just thinking like, it's like, I feel like you get shat on sometimes for saying like, oh yeah, I found this helpful thing online, but it's like, fuck, if it helps, it helps,
Exactly. And that's the thing where we can, like live life and just throw in these little things like, and make our own little gumbo, you know what I mean? Of tools and resources and things like that. And I tell people all the time, because I feel like this needs to be said as well. Like, so many times we allow the government or society to rule our lives and our households and also our bedrooms. We can get into that later. But it's like, learn how to think for yourself. Learn how to read books. Learn how to do research. Learn how to say, well, yeah, they said that, but is there another way of doing it? Is there another way of saying it? Is there another perspective?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you have to get an eagle's eye view and look down and see, what you can use, and then throw out the shit that you don't want.
I feel like I'm a fat, like, look at everything kind of person. Like, if someone says a certain statement or someone thinks like a certain way, I'm very like, I tend to like really go, not really go the other side, but I like look at the other side a lot, and that's because like even just growing up and having like a lot of friends that are girls, like a lot of the times they would talk and I'd be like, okay, but maybe like this, or this, or same with my family and stuff like that. I'll be like, with your own sisters bickering, I got to be like, but look, like this is probably, what's going to go on. So it kind of helps that. And like you said, like we get fed so much information and like so much on like what you're supposed to do and what you should do and whatever. But it's like, take pride and take value into like experiencing your own journey.
Right.
What would you say, like, if you're having like a rough day or a bad day, what's like your kind of go-to like feel good, pick me up kind of stuff?
Music. I'm such a music guru. I'm a music.
She has music guru in her Instagram bio, so
right next to sex guru.
Which we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I want to.
But yeah, it's like music has saved my life countless times. Like from when I was, growing up in, middle school, high school, like it has saved my life so many times. Just that's when I really started, like when I was in middle school, but through the years it saved my life so many times. So I have this playlist where it's like I have one I just made recently, and it's called This Is My Time. So that's like my, like encouraging myself, like, no, you're going to do this, you're going to have your show, this is, and then I have some where it's just like my favorite like repeat songs. So I'll just make a whole like gumbalation of, repeat songs. So I'm going to say music.
Do you have a playlist for when you're like upset or mad? I have like a rage playlist. It's all like punk rock and stuff.
I do. I do. My go-to is like Meek Mill. Like there's like 6 songs of his. I'll just like put
it's
on
like
repeat.
The Meek Mill and Drake beef, like all the fucking
fuck it.
No, seriously, it's like that's and it's like I'll get in my car, I'll drive down the freeway and I'll just listen to music. Like that's
Fuck, going 120. Hey!
Not 120, but like 100. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
She's lost all sight of everything. She's
just seeing red and nothing else.
No, it's like I should have been a race car driver. Like I really should have. Like I love like man. I mean, I drive safe. I'm a safe driver.
Yeah,
I really am. I don't hit curves or anything. I haven't been to an accident like since I was 18. That was the only accident that was my fault. One time.
Yeah.
And it was like a fender bender.
And she's like, and I ran over like 3 people, but it was once.
I clipped the bumper of an OJ Bronco. I mean, like, yeah.
The past.
But yeah, I'm a really safe driver. I'm serious.
I believe you.
I back into everywhere.
We're just
Y'all
joking.
saw me out there.
Damn, back then. Chris has been trying that lately, backing into things.
Oh. Okay, I have been trying to back into those spaces out there. And one day, I already talked about it on the pod. All the spaces were taken. So I tried to back into my driveway. And my sister was parked here. And I fucking backed into her car.
Was it hard?
It wasn't that hard, but like I had just
left the
I was
mark?
like, yeah, I left a little mark.
Damn it!
It was enough where the car was like, oh shit.
Here she comes.
She said she didn't care, so that was nice.
Oh my gosh.
My car's black and hers is white too, so it was like the worst combination. Fuck, you know.
Man, damn it.
And then I went to the rage playlist.
Tutorial. I got your back. Chris, I got your
I
back.
know. She got to get some key points and like, what do I got to check? How do I got to do? I have a backup camera, so that's all I got.
For the longest time, I didn't even know that like the proper way to parallel park is to back into the spot. Like I would always pull in forward and then I'd have to fucking adjust it like 10 times. And then only like, I think it was like last year, I learned like, oh shit, like that's how you do it.
I know my sister did it once. I was like, wow, that was elegant.
Elegant.
It was swift.
That was sophisticated.
Okay.
Oh
What
my
else want to
gosh.
talk about?
So for your, you have, she said this earlier, you have 3 daughters, right? How's like your relationship been like to, I don't know, do you feel like how is it navigating that? Like not overstepping because like you obviously, they kind of have to seek, at certain ages, they probably have to seek you rather than you have to always telling them. Like how has it been navigating that through the years?
That's so, okay. So I have 3 daughters, 2 sons.
And
it's very interesting. It's very interesting now that my daughter's like 21 and she's an adult and she has a whole kid now. So as much as like I have to keep my, keep up the boundaries as far as like, mom mode.
Like unsolicited advice and stuff.
Yeah,
sometimes,
exactly. So, but I'm also a protector, you know what I mean? So that's been very, very, very interesting, especially lately.
Is that the one that it's in Alabama?
Alabama, uh-huh.
Shout out if you're watching. I'm sure
Shout
she is.
out. She's going to watch.
Hey, all my Alabamians.
Roll Tide. So yeah, it's been interesting, but you know what? I'm close with all my kids. Like literally, like me and all my kids are like, we're super close.
Nice.
So we tell each other everything. My kids come to me with everything for everything. Like we're super close. I will say, since my daughter's been an adult, it's a little bit more challenging because she's facing things and going through things that's like, no. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I am not one that is going to try to control my kids no matter what age they are. I'm supposed to be their parent to guide them, but I'm not going to try to control them. So when she comes to me and she wants advice, I give it. If she just wants me to listen, that's what I do. So I operate dependent upon what they need from me at that moment. So it's very unique. The relationship that we have is very unique. We're close. Like she's texting me, I'm texting her at the same time. She's calling me, I'm calling her. We're texting the same thing. Like we're so connected. It's not even funny. We're one.
Damn, we should reach out, you know? Whenever we have something going on, be like, Char, I need to talk. Give me a free counseling session real quick.
Oh, no, I got you guys back. I got you back. We could do this. We could do a FaceTime anytime.
It does feel like an interesting like conflict because like, I mean, at our age, we're not obviously like giving advice. We give each other and our friends and everything advice, but I don't actually have the like power as like a parent does. And I feel like that's really hard because as much as like even Chris sometimes like I want to like rip his head off because I'm like, oh, I want you to do this. I want you to do this because like I think that this is right or I think this is how you should do it. Yeah, like you're I'm
just overthinking it so hard. That's what I do.
But I mean, but at the end of the day, he's his own person, you know. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be real hard as like a parent too when you're like, well, I'm your dad. You're only 10. You know, like it's gonna be hard not to be like you're for sure doing it that way. It's more like this is what you should do, but at the end of the day, you know, like you kind of have to do what you want to do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like that's what has made because I have 3 adult children. I feel like that's what has made their transition so much more smoother, is because we've always given them a voice. We've always given them a choice. We've always allowed them to speak. You know what I mean? A lot of households, children are supposed to be heard and not seen. And, you know, you can't speak up because you're a child, right? But we've always allowed them to have a voice. And so even like, you know, it's so funny because even like when my kids were younger, it's like, well, Mom, you shouldn't have said X, Y, Z. I'm like, I'm looking at them like, you know what? You're right. And I apologize that you had to see me, you know, hear that or, you know, do that. Say that or do that. And so, you know, we apologize when we're wrong and we take responsibility for ourselves, but we also allow them to, you know, speak their truth. Wow. So even at young age, it's like my 7-year-old was like, Mom, you shouldn't have said that. Joshua, you're right.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm sure it's like a nice moment where you're like, you know what? At least I got someone that has a good head on the shoulders, you know? And like sometimes I think that just of myself, I'm like, well, like my sisters or parents, when I was younger, you know, more. It's like I try to be as honest kid as I could, you know. I was very honest, like, and Chris knew that. Like, I always tell the truth, and I always be like that. And it was like,
I get so pissed sometimes. He tell his mom exactly where we were, like Jesus.
Now I'm just gonna tell Mark.
I know. So I think it is kind of nice to have like your kid as like, okay, I'm doing good, you know, like I'm raising something that
sounds healthy.
It sounds healthy, you know. Yeah. Do you say we? So like, do you co-parent or do you have like a husband or
I am divorced for almost 4 years. So yeah, I currently do everything on my own.
Wow.
But when Dad was in the home, you know, as far as parenting, it worked out. It worked out really well, and I feel like that's part of, you know, what helped them be the great children that they are today.
That's good.
So yeah, kudos to Dad.
Hey.
Nice. Yeah, both of our parents are divorced, and our dads have been, you know, more or less in and out of the picture. So
I'm glad your kids had that. Right? So
must be nice.
That's great for you guys, right?
You know, there's pros and cons to every situation.
Yeah. What does the sex guru entail? I see that on your bio, and I need you to explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, like 5. Okay. So, shall we have a shot, guys?
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, I know. Fuck.
So listen to the situation here.
We have.
I'll pour it here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, can you pour it? Because you're. I don't know.
Absolutely. I got
I've been inconsistent with my pours. Like sometimes too much, too little. As you're pouring here. How you been?
I was gonna say, now what? Our guest is gone. You know what's interesting? A point that I wanted to make earlier, but I didn't get the chance. You were saying how sometimes guys just want to talk, and we had our friend Lindsay on the podcast. And she used to work at a strip club or a gentleman's club. And so she knows some dancers and stuff.
I would love to do that for a day.
To work there or be a dancer? Oh, because she like works as like,
not be a dancer.
Yeah.
Like, have me sweating.
Come on, Char. But she knows a lot of dancers and stuff. And the guys will pay them like a shitload of money just to get a hotel room. And they just like talk. Or they'll just be like, braid my hair or something, you know, while they just like sit there and talk. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah. It just kind of, it's interesting. Yeah?
All right.
All right. Two guys.
Being on the pod, good vibes, always
good energy.
Vibes,
cozy show. Cozy.
I don't know if we were sipping that or shotting it.
I'm pretty sure we weren't. I told you I got hair in my chest.
All right. Woo. Shit.
That was hot.
Just got 3 degrees hotter in here.
Woo. 3 degrees looser. Woo.
All
okay,
right.
so as far as the sex guru
stuff.
thing, right? Okay, so I got divorced I left the marriage about 4 years ago. And what I did first was I had this page like encouraging people that had left marriages. Well, what happened was one day I was like, okay, like I was healing myself. I was helping heal other people. And then one day I was like, you know what? I turned a new leaf, you guys. I literally just wanted to say what the fuck I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Literally.
And so I started the page, Says What She Wants. This is over 4 years ago. And Yeah, so I started the page, and literally I started it because I just want to say what the fuck I want to say.
Goddamn right.
Like freedom, right? But like over like the first couple weeks, this page, it became like more like it had a sexual connotation to it. And what happened was it grew into me being the sex philanthropist. One day I woke up and I was like, I'm the sex philanthropist, because what a philanthropist does, they give back to the community. And what I was doing was helping people in a way, I was giving back to the community in a way that was helping people have better sex life with an undertone of how and why. Can I say that, y'all?
Yeah, say whatever you want, please.
No filter on
How
here.
and why oral sex matters not only to the man but also to the woman. How it's equally important.
Yeah.
Wait, so like for the woman to give to the man and the man to give to the woman?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, hence, therefore, I became Soul Snatcher LLC. And that's still a LLC. I still have that page.
Gee,
But
that's a fucking banging ass name.
I know,
bro.
Soul Snatcher. It doesn't get much better than that. You know?
Literally.
Yeah, so
We should make Throat Goat.
yes.
Anyways.
My throat is blessed.
Oh, bless you with this throat.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that was, and so, oh my gosh, like that page like blew up. Like that was
Soul Snatcher.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they kept on reporting me, and then other women who had pages that were kind of like mine, they would have people like shadow, but like go and report my page and get stuff taken down.
Really?
And literally,
There's
yeah.
competition in the fucking
In the Soul Snatcher world.
Yes, like these
Can we all just have good
Girls
sex?
No,
Yeah,
seriously,
Jesus.
right? Can we all just like, I mean, these were
Wow.
people like, but yeah. So anyways, that happened. So I kind of took a back seat because I had bigger pages and they ended up being taken. So I had one of like almost 20 something thousand. That one got taken. Then I had one build it up to 12,000. That one got taken.
I don't want to see you
I'm
win.
like-
I'd be so discouraged, man.
Me too.
I'd be
If,
so
if our
discouraged.
channel went away, I'd
I'd be like,
wow.
well, that's
I'd need
that's
to
it.
call you. I'll say that. You know? What do I do?
So I'm like, F that, right? So I was, did that for a while. And then all of a sudden I get on TikTok and I'm doing these videos and, I was saying stuff on there and then I started getting taken down too. I was like, damn.
I heard TikTok's a bad one for like censorship and stuff. Like
Yeah,
they're
it's
very
really hard.
touchy,
Yeah,
you know?
I said a couple things. I said a couple spicy things one day, and I got to
As
be able to
you
take
do.
it down.
Yeah.
But I think it's so important. And this is the other thing, as far as like even like speaking up for men, that was part of my thing back then as well. Because even when doing the sex therapy and having the Soul Snatcher page, it was always, what can the man do for the woman?
Yeah.
Sexually, it's like, wait, but what about the man being pleased? Like,
Yeah.
like no. So they're always trying to leave y'all out of shit, and I'm like, no. Here I come, dun, 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 red cape.
Yeah.
Saving the day.
So it's like, so this journey for me honestly started way back then when I was doing the sex therapist thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask when you started. I don't know. How long?
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What happened was I had left my marriage, and I'm just gonna say it because it's not no secret.
Goddamn right.
Listen, I said what the fuck I want. We did not have a good sex life when I was married, and I was with this person for over 20 years.
yeah.
I had suffered, y'all.
Down the drain, 20
I had
years.
suffered,
you know?
y'all.
You're a victim.
So I'm dead ass. I'm not even kidding. I was a victim.
You're like, fuck. I just want to have a kid so I can say just not have sex.
Fuck.
They were like, damn, that's a lot. No, it was a lot of babies. It was a lot of sex, but it wasn't a lot of pleasure.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
That's an L.
Damn.
It's a no for me, dog. But anyways, no, I'm going to say it, y'all. I'm going to say it, y'all. And so what happened was, let me tell you this first. So what happened was, a year after I left and after I healed and everything, I met someone. And that someone opened up the floodgates.
You didn't even know it could be like that,
I didn't. I was like, what the fuck is
You're like, what position am I in? What is going on?
My legs touching my fucking
Do I love you?
There was so much going on. And like, this is like someone like, I call them, we call each other sexual twins. Like that was my sexual twin. And it was like the floodgates opened and then my page and my content, it just got more and more like, like
You're
it was,
like-
yeah. People were like, I read your posts and I just want to go.
And touch myself. Oh.
I just want to know who you fucking. You know?
None of your business.
Leave him to me.
But yeah, that's how the whole sex therapist thing started.
Okay, well.
As someone who like got divorced like later in your life, how's like the dating scheme been? Is it like trouble? Is it hard? Is it fun? What's going on here?
Well, since you ask, and y'all know I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chase, like hot cognac down your throat.
Like whatever we just drunk. Salsa haciendo something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That part.
I love tequila too. I'm so glad you brought tequila of all things, you know.
Let me know when you want another shot, even though if you don't want to.
Right now. Right now. Want me to grab it? Can we do it on camera or no?
Yeah. Right? Do you prefer it off?
Pour it over there just in case.
Okay.
You know, you never know.
Just in case. Okay, 2 seconds.
Pause.
Another intermission. What about this? If you pour, we're going to put a couple of her clips over TikToks.
Yeah, fuck it. Have him play. I'm going to go pee.
Let me get this right. He's a good man. He's a good person. He's a good father. He works hard. He's a kind person. He's a generous person. Yet all you can do is point out all of the things that you feel like he needs to work on. Girl, get the
to soul snatching and throat goading.
Yeah, to soul snatching.
Yeah. This is where it starts getting interesting, huh?
appreciate y'all.
Wow.
God, I hate it.
He hates it here.
Oof.
He doesn't like it here. Okay.
All right. So where do we leave?
The rest of the bottle will be in Spanish.
For some reason, the tequila just fucking takes
Fucking
control.
turns to Buzz Lightyear and he switches. Eso snatcher. Aquí estamos.
How do you say that in Spanish?
I wouldn't know.
The same thing.
Just, how do you say Grim Reaper in Spanish?
Here it is. El Grim Reaper.
Ripper. All right. Where were we at? I don't even remember.
Okay, so she just met this wonderful man.
Oh, she had her life turned upside down.
I did.
She had a sexual awakening.
Yeah, it was, it was really good.
Oh, the dating life.
Oh,
The
yes.
dating life.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
okay. So, just got mesmerized there.
I know, we got lost.
Flashback.
She's like,
Yeah. So, since I, left my marriage, I have dated 3 times seriously. One person just didn't work out just because, he was a great guy, great person. Rest in peace, Brian. He passed away in December.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
We'll take the next shot for him,
Good
Hey,
luck
wait.
with that.
Let's
Look,
not get ahead of
good luck
ourselves.
with that. I'm just looking at me like,
Okay, wait.
what
Yeah.
did he just...
no, whatever we gotta do, I'll do. I'm down. Fuck it. I'm game. I'm always game.
YOLO!
Seriously.
You ever die once?
So, yeah, we just didn't work out. We still remained really, really, really good friends. He was such a great guy. The other 2, one said, I'm just not ready for a relationship. I know what I want. He didn't. So,
Yeah, what's the point?
Still friends, And the other person, let's just say we don't do violence and we don't do exes butting into our relationship. So, yeah, he's still like, oh, she's the one that got away.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's blocked,
boy.
so he tried to call me through Instagram.
Fucking
the
grow
other
up.
day,
Starts emailing you. He's like,
yeah,
as per your request.
has. So,
shit.
the dating life, and this is the thing, like literally guys, like I'm building right now and I'm creating and I'm still working on me.
Love to see it.
So therefore, like,
It's not like a crazy priority you're saying?
it's not a crazy priority, and I don't get out much like I used to. I'm like,
Homebody.
home, and yeah.
I was going to say, when you date, like, what's your intention? Are you like, I want a serious relationship?
I do.
Or,
I do, because I've played around. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried to, like, I ain't gonna lie, like I've played around, so it's like, like I I got it out of my system. I was with the same person for almost 24 years.
You kind of could do a lot, you know?
I didn't experience a lot.
Oh, you can't do a
lot. So,
so you don't feel like being like tied down, I guess, for like 20 years? The old ball and chain. Like you ever don't you feel like when you're like single, you're like, fuck, like I want to just do whatever,
No, like, and that's the thing, like, and when I say I played around, I don't mean it like that. Oh, sorry.
I
don't mean it like
good,
that, but at the same time, like, I did my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, everything has its end and runs its course, and I know what I want. Like, I want my person. I'm a caterer, so I'm gonna like, last year, the person that brought back in the ex or whatever tried to, like, this is a person I was getting up at 3 a.m. for, making hot meals before he went to work. I was making a fresh
doing
lunch,
all the things you preach. Huh?
I don't do no overnight lunches. I'm waking up 45 minutes before you do to make you a fresh lunch. I'm
My
making
sister
sure the
does
house
that,
is clean.
and I'm like, oh my
I'm
gosh.
serious about it. I'm making sure the house is clean when you get home. Like, the kids are taken care of. The sheets are laid back. You got a hot shower. You got a massage. Like, you literally have whatever. I'm gonna worship the ground you walk on. Like, when I have my person, I cater.
Yeah.
And I'm a bomb ass chef too, so I make
Oh
everything
my
from scratch.
God! Can we get invited to the next?
Yes. I'll come cook you guys.
Whatever we got going on.
I got you. What you guys want? I got you. You want chili? You want beef stew? Like, I got you.
For what you give, like I guess that's kind of how you are in a relationship. What do you expect, like, from a man then? If you're in that dynamic for yourself.
You know what? This is what I tell people. If I can get 20 to 25% of what I give out, and I give 125%, I am no joke. Like, and it's like, if I can get back 25% of what I give out, I'm content. I'm good. All I want is some time, some affection, and
the other thing.
But like, I don't ask for much.
That dope dick.
I really don't. I really don't ask for much. I'm not one of the. I don't need no. I missed it.
I said that dope dick. Anyways.
That 8% is 8% is 8%.
You know.
And hold on, because you know what? Okay, this is one of my things. Like, literally, if you guys Google, or either you go on IG and you hashtag Little Dicks Matter. Like, you'll.
Then
you'll
Chris
see
pops up.
Hey! I hate it here. I hate you right now. No, but like, I have campaigned for, the fact that women will sit up there and they will say like, oh, see, now we're good. Listen, we're just gonna run with it.
No, you're good.
Women sit up there and they say like, oh, I need X, Y, Z. Oh, he gotta have this and this and that. No, because I'm telling you, I have had some that couldn't do anything, and the smaller ones knocked it out of the park.
See, I've heard that.
We've talked about that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, when the smaller ones, like, if they're doing work, then it's like.
Even in porn, like, when I watch porn, even when I just see like a big dick, it just seems so like there.
Yeah.
It just seems like
I'm telling
you really do much.
Again, society and music
Right?
has pumped this thing up to where they make people think or make people believe that. And this is another thing. This is a myth, y'all. Not all black men are hung. I said it.
Wait, could you?
Not all black men are hung.
Now that I have the opportunity
Some of the
to
smallest dicks I've seen have been on black
Wow,
men.
really?
Yeah, it's probably even worse for them because they like now
They're
they have like
Because
such
of big dick
They're
energy.
expected to have a
they
large
like
penis.
you expect that,
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not true. And also, men with big feet. No.
Nothing.
Yeah,
No correlation.
I could speak for that. I have some smaller feet. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you, that does not project what he's got going on.
No, literally, like, and that's the thing. Like I said, I've had some huge ones that couldn't do anything, and smaller ones. The best sex I've ever had has come from a smaller man.
Wow. Okay, when we say small, what are we talking here? Let's get down to brass tacks.
We're talking about like, even like it's like thin
Oh, wow.
and like not even that long. Like, for real, like.
Wow.
Like,
And
my
they-
sexual twin, like he's not that big.
He's just probably like I'm saying like kind of like this.
I was gonna say a name, but I'm not gonna say a name.
We can bleep it.
What do you mean a name?
I was gonna say somebody's name.
It's okay. We go.
And I'm saying,
Stuart Little.
and I'm just saying, this guy was 6'8", wore size 15 shoe.
Wow.
God damn.
Hit a
That's
smaller
LeBron.
That's literally Shaq.
I have not been with LeBron. Disclaimer.
Oh, wow. When
But-
you're dating / hooking up or having sex, I don't know if this is too far. Is it strictly like you stick to one race or do you try it all out?
For me, I do.
Okay.
I do. Now, I have dated
Mm-hmm.
outside, but I've never like been physical with someone. Yeah.
Have you dated a white man? How was that? Is this a
Back when I
big
was in
culture
high
shock?
school, back when I was in high school, because I grew
Damn.
up in Modesto. So
Where'd you go?
Modesto High.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What do we know from there?
You know, people. And I'm just saying, like, and this is the thing, like, I love men, so I can be like, "Ooh, he's so fine. He just eye candy. Oh my gosh, like, he's just fine."
Well, like Channing Tatum. I know you know who that is.
He's pretty fine. He's pretty fine.
Celebrity crushes.
He's fine, man. That's you know that step up. Hey, when he's dancing around there.
He's fine.
Who's like? Wait, real quick. Who's like top 3 celebrity crushes no matter what?
Let's hear it.
Chris Brown.
Oh damn!
Really? Oh my gosh!
Wall
I think
to wall.
Neat. See breezy up it. Oh gosh, who else? Rihanna.
Oh, I love Rihanna. Fine. When I was a kid, I remember telling my mom, I was like 10 years old, I was like, I think Rihanna's hot. She always gives me shit for it still.
Yes. No, for real. Because, like, you know, like, women are, like, gorgeous, like, beautiful, right? But, yeah, I'm going to say Chris Brown. I'm going to say Rihanna. I'm going to say,
Idris Elba is?
Yeah, but,
who?
I mean, like...
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Who? Pops up in my head.
What happens is Hollywood and society pumps people up, and people are like, "Oh yeah," but like, I mean, Brad Pitt is fine too.
Yeah, dude. And I just realized he was like, I think there was a post. I think he's 56 or something like that.
The man
I'm like,
is fine.
How? Like he hasn't aged a bit.
How, Sway?
You know? How, Sway?
I have a question. When you're doing like your counseling sessions, does the sex bit come into it? Like, do you ever advise them like sexually? Are you like qualified to do that? Or?
Every once in a while. Not so often, but every once in a while. And that's because my content now that I put out on TikTok and like Instagram and Facebook, I'm not able to speak on that subject. That's why, like, when I get my show, you guys,
because you get like they take your post down, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, she's like saying they censor her.
It's censored. Yeah.
When I get my show, it's no holds barred.
Is that what you're
the Soul Snatcher?
What you want to
we can say whatever you want on here. So
that's my
like
ultimate goal.
This is like a little sneak peek of what could possibly be, you know? Because luckily we haven't had issues of being taken down or anything besides like maybe copyright reasons. We got to be careful with that. But that's on our pod. We try to say whatever we want, you know.
YouTube's pretty lenient.
That's
I think
the most out of. I really post on YouTube. I think I'm gonna start going live.
Yeah, we rarely post on TikTok.
You can post your reels as shorts, and apparently those are really good in the algorithm.
Yeah, we don't do YouTube Shorts, but YouTube Shorts is basically like how like TikTok, Instagram Reels, Story Reels.
They're trying to compete
it's like everything's
like a minute
the same,
or less.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's YouTube
it's
Shorts.
Vertical. It's vertical instead of sideways, like YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what would you say to somebody, like, what kind of sexual advice do you give when you are being your sex guru self?
This is the thing. Fuck what society says. As long as you and your partner are with it, fuck what everybody else says. Because society will say, oh, that's this or that's that. They'll try to label it. I hate fucking labels.
Yeah.
Don't label me as nothing.
Yeah.
Don't label me as nothing.
Like
especially
when
it comes to that, like
kinky or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
if people say it's kinky, it's nasty, it's this. Like, no. Let's just say
what you are.
I like what I like, and you like what you like, or you dislike. Like, don't put labels on shit. I tell people all the time. Like when I was doing my Soul Snatcher page, it's like, oh, that's nasty. I said, don't do that because what you're doing is you're judging. You're putting labels on other people or what they like or dislike.
Yeah.
And we don't do that. You know what I mean? So I'm all about freedom. I'm all about freedom. Boom. Bad energy. We don't do that.
I think that's the big thing in like all of this, especially your content, like for people who even like might disagree or just see things differently. It's all just like, where are you coming from? The big thing is where you're coming from, because your ultimate goal is probably helping people, you know?
Yep.
And it's like, if it's different or whatever, at the end of the day, she's not trying to like belittle anyone or trying to like make someone feel worse or anything. It's like, you're just trying to make this situation better, you know, and in this side of things, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, like I said, because there's so much inequality now, and because like society has pushed women to this, you know, it's the whole feminine movement, the whole feminism movement. And also, you know what else I hate, you guys? Power of the P.
The P? This is new to me. What is this?
Pussy? Power of the P. Because
I was thinking P, like
pussy controls the world. Pussy makes the world go. No,
pussy
bitch,
is power.
Pussy got me in circles.
First of all, let me tell you this too. The ones that really be saying that be having the trashiest pussy. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Because what happens is they will sit up there and they'll say this, but like they're the ones drinking soda and eating stuff that they shouldn't be eating and drinking stuff they shouldn't be drinking. They want to have seafood bowls every other day, but want somebody to eat them out. No, bitch.
Yeah, I was told my semen tastes like battery acid once.
He was told that.
So I was like, I gotta change my diet.
But this is the thing too, and you know what I say to the people that complain about it? Because this is the thing, and before when I had my Soul Lunch page, I would always say, it's the non-swallowers that report me. Because like if you're, and I tell them like if you're not swallowing, you're not giving head the right way. Like that was one of my mottos right there. Yeah. So anyways, like people that sit up there and say, people that sit up there and say shit like this, like seriously, like those be the women that are eating processed foods. They're not eating fruits and vegetables. They're not eating salads. They're not drinking water.
Yeah.
Like they're sitting up there eating sugary foods and they're drinking soda, but yet they're talking about power of the pee. And then you talk to the person that they're fucking and they're like, bitch, pussy trash.
You really say what you want, don't you?
Literally.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's totally off topic. I had some hot Cheetos on Saturday, and then I had a whole bag of hot munchies yesterday. And let me tell you,
your cum tasted bad, huh?
Asshole. It's fucking raw, dude.
It's
like,
spicy now.
It's bad.
You know it's bad when you wipe and it's red, and you're like, I don't know how did that go through my whole system and it's still the same color?
I shat like 10 times today and it just burns, dude. It's bad. I eat very clean. Like ask Jaime. He
just eats like ground beef, eggs, and fucking water and some stuff in between. You know, like very simple, very like if you were to travel 100 years ago, it's the same diet. You know, pilgrimage.
I eat very clean. And I had a fucking slip of sanity, and I have been eating these hot Cheetos, and it's been fucking me up. I'm like, wow, my body's really
that's because
like,
your body is rejecting it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Which is a good sign because it means like it's foreign and it's like this is not.
It's making him have to switch back up.
Fucking straighten your shit out, literally.
Down in water, flushing yourself.
Literally, god damn. So, what do you think about when men get their ass eaten? I'm just gonna be straight up here.
Okay, listen. That, you know what?
I've been shamed for it.
She's like, that's just nasty. Hella labeled.
Ass. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, goddamn right. Hey.
God damn it. You love to see it. You know? You can't neglect it. These days.
Like when I say like me and my sexual twin, like, I mean, I'm
wow.
Like we just went there. We just went there totally open, honest, raw truth. Like it just is what it is. But yeah, like it's fun.
It spices it up.
Fun.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's fun.
It's a little risky.
And everybody nowadays, because they are so much on social media talks about it. Everybody knows that that's where you guys' spot is. You know
the
what
G
I mean?
spot,
So
the male G spot.
I would tell them is this. I would tell them to suck his dick from the back.
Oh my god, I've seen that.
Wait, like he's on all fours?
No, listen.
Wait, I don't know if I can say hard like that because it's like bending.
Suck his dick from the back and like
take notes, gals.
Yeah, massage the gooch and like like go back and forth with eating the ass. Like I'm telling you, explosions.
It sounds like a dream.
It is. I mean, I'm saying it really is. And I would help them out, you know. And if they I should have brought my bag.
Oh, what does that have?
My bag of goodies, you guys. That way I could have. Oh,
it's hella tools, hella crazy. It's like a Ziploc bag with the grapefruit. That's still.
It's a bag. It's a bag. Like it has all the stuff in it. It has like a spur in it. Do you guys have a spur?
What the fuck is a spur?
I'll have to send you guys one.
Okay.
It's a spur. Like
it's
a pinwheel.
Like the thing you kick a horse with?
No, it's a pinwheel.
Oh, wow.
But what do you do?
What do you do? Do you
like,
roll it
like,
on the gooch?
You can roll it on the gooch. You can roll it on the skin. Like she can have it. Like if she's giving head and then you like roll it on her back or her arms.
Wow.
It literally like what happens is it sends sensations right to the spot. Okay, I'm sending you guys two because there's one that has one row and no. It has there's one that has one row and there's one that has 10 rows. So I have to send you guys two. Like,
wow. Shit.
Fuck,
hella stimulation.
Okay. So it's used on both the man and the woman?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
It's kind of like when you like
I'm down.
drape like a finger.
Do you guys have coconut oil?
No.
Okay, that's a staple
Fuck,
too.
Chris doesn't have fucking a chaser.
No, I'm telling you what the staples are. Like the staples are the pinwheel, the coconut oil, stuff like that.
So that's kind of like stuff you would like for yourself. You would bring on a date.
Wait till I get home and I'm gonna send you guys a video of
send some pictures and be like, oh
my god,
the coconut oil is lubricant. That's what we're talking here.
It's lubricant. It's
like
also
massage.
like what you do is like you massage his nuts and his gooch and like.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of like just candles and then like having like a hot towel draped over me. And just
I'm telling you. I'm just saying what happened was like even if I block them, they'll email me or they'll.
That's
They're
the
trying
power.
every route to get back to that sperm.
You're damn right.
Know?
They're still calling. They're still texting. They're still trying to get through. Like,
that's the soul snatcher. You still got a soul somewhere in there.
She got that dog in her.
That's right.
She got that dog.
Don't get it misconstrued, tangled, or twisted. I mean, I'm just saying. It's So certain things are staples, gotta have, and it's fun.
I've gotten my ass eaten.
Ass eating is fun.
I've gotten it eaten a few times, and it was invigorating. It was great.
So you eat the ass, and then you jack them off at the same time with coconut oil, like
to die for.
And you're massaging the gooch. I tell them combos. Like I give them combos.
like PlayStation, like triangle X, triangle, right dialogue stick.
I know the X circle,
the
G
codes,
whatever. X circle left, whatever the fuck.
I told somebody recently, or they found out that I had gotten my ass eaten, and I've been shamed since. I've been shamed for it.
By her? By who? By he? Who?
By they? By they?
By her. She said you like to get munched on.
I already know what you're talking about.
Yep.
But just by the
so I love to do it.
It's all fun and games, but it hurts a little bit. Okay.
I love to do it, but it's not really my thing.
Of course, like you're not getting like stimulated like crazy, you know?
Like he doesn't like. No, I'm saying like I love to do it, but like as far as him doing it to me, like.
Oh. Now I gotcha.
Like and that's the thing. Like some women they really like that, but it's like no, just give me some.
Okay, what's your like top 2 go-to things that really get you going? Like that you're like I'm ready, you know? Just head in general.
More head. Damn.
I'll take double head for 200, Alex.
Like head and combo, hold the combo.
Serpent. You know. I really like the ear kissing. That's a big one for me.
Big one. I think that is just like like the neck kissing and like back kissing. Like the people I've repetitively done stuff with know that if I'm like they want to get me in the mood or whatever, they'll start kissing my neck and I'm like, ooh, you know, like my gosh, like I'm just such a simp, you know.
Head and more head or head and tequila. I mean, which figure?
I tell you.
Dude, that tequila got me a little wavy.
Do you ever smoke weed?
Like maybe like once a month or once every couple months. Mm-hmm. I do it to relax, so I never do it like out in public unless I'm like somewhere where I'm not gonna have to drive.
Paranoid and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'll paranoid out or have an anxiety attack or something. Like I'm good. Yeah. So I do it to like relax.
Like you're in your own little space and just chilling.
Only at home.
You know?
Yep.
I'm not a big weed person, but I've had sex once when I was high, and it was sensational. It was pretty good. It was crazy. Like I felt everything, like every little detail. I was like so stimulating.
I remember when I had sex with my like ex for a while. Like I got high and she got high as well too. Yeah. I just remember we were making out and doing so much foreplay for days. Or I don't know, it seemed like days because I was just like, it's just like you would kiss and then you would feel like 1,000 kisses as you're going because it's just so slow. Like, wow, you feel so good.
Wow. And then like you drive up to Twin Peaks in San Francisco.
Oh man.
And then you're on the fucking Titanic.
Man, I'm telling you. I mean, like that was one of our places where we used to go, right? And it was like we go there and we get keyed up, right? And like you know, like right there, the whole overlooking the. Have you guys ever had sex outside? Like a little, like not exhibitionism, but like slight exhibition.
Yeah, like the only thing I've ever done is Knight's
It's
Ferry.
So
I'm so anxious. I'm such an anxious person, man. It's hard. I'll be like,
It is. That's what makes it fun. Is like the it's so forbidden. It's like, oh, this is so wrong. You know?
Do your preference or your spot was Twin Peaks a few times or a couple times?
We did that in Twin Peaks, but also have you
Like, I like to do it in the middle of Times Square.
Like, I probably would, like, if it was the right person at the right time, and probably I didn't have like the platform.
Yeah,
like,
fuck, we're
hey,
to lose now.
That's what she wants to get down.
Says what she wants, do what she wants.
She's sucking from the back and in the crosswalk.
He's on all fours on the top of the car.
Have you guys ever like gotten head like while you're driving?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's cool.
That is like some of the best shit, like to give head. Okay, so have you ever like given head? Okay, guys, have you ever given head?
No, I've never given head.
I don't touch that. I'm just kidding.
Fuck that shit.
I like it.
Have you ever
it's
given
nice.
head on the freeway in traffic with no tinted windows?
Oh my god.
No, I can't say I have.
All those that have say I.
If you could comment if you have. Damn. And what do you feel like thrilled?
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's just the riskiness of it all. It's like,
It's so
I shouldn't be
fun.
doing
You
this,
just
man.
hella honk the horn.
I still go past some of those same spots, like, and I just get a flashback. Like, I really do. It's fun.
You know what was crazy is my ex, she told me one time she was driving with her mom on the freeway. Her mom. And she was going through Tracy on the way back here. And there's this guy on the side of the road just fucking beating off. Like, just standing there, butt naked.
What?
Jerking off. On the freeway. Like,
He
on
was
the
having
shoulder.
a good day.
And that's what I said. I was like, wow, that's liberating.
having a good day.
And she was like, dude, it's disgusting. It was with my mom, like, you know? I was like,
It's probably
wow,
weird with
that's
your mom.
insane.
You know, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And I just, wow, like, to be in that guy's head. Like, what's
Yeah, he must not give a
there?
shit.
What
He
the
was
thought
having a good
process?
day.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or a bad one, you know?
He was like, I'm finna fuck it up for all y'all.
He's like, fuck it, I don't care. Somebody warrants out on me right now. So,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you
God.
got to do it. Like on the freeway, no, in traffic, no windows. Like I prefer it without the tinted windows. Like honestly, like
Really, just to make it
because,
more.
like,
I can't
you
even
know,
afford
like-
tinted windows, so I just say I prefer it. You know? I just tell the girl, hey, look at it. You know, it's risky.
Hey, it's more fun, babe.
I can't tint
fishbowl,
it,
we're
but I just...
fishbowling it, baby.
No way.
What is your view on like masturbating and stuff like that?
I have a very good vibrator.
No, not November. Where you stand?
Fuck that.
Yeah, we failed the
Fuck
fucking
that.
second day.
I realized it.
Fuck
I
that.
realized it was November. 3 days into November, I was
You're
like,
like,
well,
Yeah,
fuck.
like we don't go by that shit.
Yeah.
I used to shoot that shit down all the time. They were like, it's no. I said, the fuck.
Do you not love yourself? Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I have a very good vibrator. So,
Oh shit.
but
Do you have a name for it?
No, I don't.
Well, let's get a name for it. And you can
We
let us
should get a
know,
name
and we'll
for it.
update the fans.
It's gonna be a female.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do it
that's
right
fine.
now. How
She's
about that?
sexy. I think it should be Lizzie.
Oh, Lizzie's like it does like an
Lizzie.
appeal to it.
Lizzie.
Her name's Lizzie.
With a
now.
Z.
She's purple.
Two Z's.
She's
Her name's
purple.
Lizzie.
Lizzle.
Lizzie.
Lizelle
Lizzie.
Washington.
Definitely can't be Lizzo. I'm just saying.
Alright,
People hype
nice.
that shit up too. Her name is Lizzie, you guys. We just named her.
I
She has a safe home right by my bed.
She's
Me
nice
and her, we
toasty
get
right now.
along.
I recently I had sex for the first time with the girl like holding the vibrator on her. Game changer, I tell you. Like I didn't think it was gonna make any difference for me. I thought it'd just be for her. But it feels so different for the man
it
because
like-
everything's like tingling down there.
Was it like oral sex or was it like
No, it was sex.
What?
Yeah.
Explosions? Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, like right, fuck it. We're already all out here, right? I came really quick. I was like, wow. Like it was very
she did too?
overwhelming. Like basically, it was just so tingly. I was like, wow. I didn't expect any of that. It caught me very off guard. But yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought it was only for the woman.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Because he was saying when he used it, like he felt like the vibrations as he's having sex, and then I've done that before in the past. But for me, like what's happened? Fuck this tequila.
Your speech is all
We
fucked.
appreciate you, Salsa.
Salsa sponsor us.
What I felt is like it was crazy because like every time she would put it on herself, like it would like go like her vagina would like kind of tighten up, and I was like, "Ooh," you know, it was gonna be crazy. I'm like, "Holy
I'm
shit,
telling you.
this is gnarly." And I mean, we said on the pod And I'm like, you know, him too. Like we're both pretty like givers. Like when we're coming to,
yeah.
comes to sex.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Which is why whenever you say like the whole like doing the stuff to the guys, I'm like, oh, that's fun. I don't do it as often though. So like I appreciate it more when it's like happens to me where I'm like, oh, I'm just like unapologetically selfish. But for the most part, I'm not like that. Like for the most part, I just kind of do whatever, you know? So like those experiences, like it's so nice, you know? Like in general, just like having things with the girl, like having the girl having a vibrator on herself, having the girl like asking what she wants and all that stuff is like, it's just so rewarding, you know? In general, you'll get it back, you know?
Because you said like asking for what she wants. Okay, do you prefer like for her to like tell you like something, or do you prefer for your person to be like
find out,
like fuck around and find out?
Let me find out.
I usually like if I'm on like with a girl, I'll probably have like the basic combo, like as we're doing or whatever. I'll be like, oh, like hey, like what do you kind of like, you know, like just to get a vague like. But what I do a lot, or what I try to do, is like I'm big on like as we're doing it or we're getting like starting to get rowdy.
Exploration time.
I'm like, hey, I tell her, I'm like, hey, like I'm really big on like just literally tell me. Like I'm big on communicating in the meantime because I hate like I'm fucking 23. Like or 22, sorry. Like just be like, "Oh, I like that. I don't like that." Or can you do this? Because that's like, okay, that's like I'm good in this department or I'm not good, and that's fine. Like
Let
I'm
me
not
learn
gonna,
it.
you know? Yeah, then whatever. Like I
I'm
don't
gonna
take
learn
that
it real
hard.
quick.
Like I don't take that hard.
We all coming up in here.
Seriously, we're all having a good time. There's two of us, and both of us are leaving happy. You know what I'm saying?
For real, for real.
So like I'm big on like just like, bro, just tell me like what you want as I'm going, and then if you don't like something, just tell me right away, and like we'll navigate through that. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like you kind of like let your ego go because I know like it probably is hard for some people to be like, because I've gotten told certain things were like, ooh, like don't do that, like, or like, ow, that hurts, or like, oh, like I don't like that, and like I take it with a grain of salt most of the time. I'm just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I know like a lot of people are probably like,
like I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, like damn, like this sucks. Like I feel stupid. I feel embarrassed. But it's more like, bro, like she had the confidence to tell you. Like just learn from it. You know.
This is what I tell people. Like you know, in my sex guru stance.
Keep going. Keep talking. I'm gonna
like seriously. If you can't
You
tell
are
the person,
not.
if you can't
You
tell
are
the person
not.
what you,
last one for this show.
Oh my god.
if you can't tell the person what you like or dislike, you shouldn't be having sex with them. You shouldn't be laying down with them. That's what I take.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
It's a maturity thing. It's like
You
one
shouldn't
time.
be.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up. I was a teenager.
Mhm.
One of my friends,
Members only.
very mature. One of my friends, he would buy his own condoms, even as like a teenager, right? And his father told him, if you're not mature enough to buy your own condoms, you're not mature enough to have sex.
That's right.
And I like that.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a good mantra to
You know what's
have,
crazy?
like-
So recently, okay, this is old mantra shit. Okay, so this is what happened.
The old truth
Cheers.
serum, huh?
Oh, cheers.
Almost broke the glass.
God damn.
She didn't see that.
It doesn't get better, bro.
It really doesn't.
Chris, he
one's
poured
ours.
me a triple.
Damn.
Dare you?
He still got some in his cup. I don't know.
Cheater.
Look at that. Well, you gotta
cheater.
drive home. Oh shit. Okay.
Not for a few hours.
Yeah. We're finishing Inglourious Bastards. Before we go.
I'm chilling here for a second.
All
So,
right.
so me and Chris went. We were going on like a. We were going on.
He going there, Chris. He going there.
No, so we're going. No, Mr. Chris. You know, you're only adult if you get your own condom and all
YOLO.
this stuff, right? So I was going on. This girl had invited me to go to her house, right? And she had a friend over at her house at the same time. So it was kind of like setting up for like a
Getting
double
spicy
date.
up in here.
Yeah. So I told Chris, like, as my friend, because we were already hanging out. It's like, hey, Chris, come with me. You know, like, let's do this, whatever. Like, let's just have fun.
The crime of blood runs deep.
And I went to. We had to get the gas station because they wanted alcohol. They were already drinking too. So they're like, okay, we just get more too. I'm like, fine, whatever. I said, Chris, okay, I lost my ID, so Chris was gonna buy the alcohol anyways. I was like, hey, Chris, this girl, I think like it might go down. Just in case, can you buy some condoms for me? I was like, I don't even think I don't have my card. That's why too, because I would have got it. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I would have got it. I didn't have my card. Chris did, and his ID. He's like, seriously? He's like,
Fuck
you can't
yeah.
just like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, I'll buy the alcohol. He's like, but I'm not gonna buy condoms. I was like,
You just wait until the girls go out to the car, Chris.
Everything I said.
So then I was like,
I was just not man enough to look the cashier in the face and buy the condoms.
So I was like,
okay, we weren't there yet.
So he went to go use. He gave me like some. What did you give me to purchase? I used my card. He uses EBT. So
no, I didn't. We buy alcohol and condoms. How am I going to use EBT?
Wait, how did you use? How did we use two?
That'll be cash.
I gave you my
the cash side.
I gave you my debit card. He gave me my credit card.
And I went and I had to buy the condoms. And guess what? Later on in the night, he had to use the condoms that I bought
because I refused to buy them.
And it ended up him using my fucking courage.
Oh my gosh!
That's some shady shit, huh?
I know, your friends ain't your friends, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
I bet you had to make up for that one.
Yeah, he owes me.
I owe you.
Still owes you, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what got into me.
Where the bitches at?
Have I ever hooked you up? I don't think I've ever hooked you up.
Chris, you owe me bitches.
He hooks me up all the time.
I've gave Chris so many opportunities in life, and I would say like 80% of them he doesn't end up vibing with, which is okay, whatever. But there's been a couple gold in there, you know. There's been
a couple good ones.
So you know, I try my best.
That's what I'm talking about. Hook a friend up. Spread the wealth.
Be selfish, you know.
Literally, I'm like, bro, I think this is a good. I like having fun with all my friends, you know. So I'm like, fuck.
It was funny, like.
I thought you were gonna tell me about a threesome or something.
We haven't done that
the only
yet.
thing I've gone to.
Have you had a threesome?
Yeah, but not with him.
Have you had a threesome?
I was making out with. I was doing stuff with one girl, and then the other girl was like really close and like doing stuff with.
We're cutting back in.
Yep.
What are your views on like the whole cucking thing?
Okay, so that's the.
Like it's when like the man, either the man, I guess a woman.
I've always seen man, but yeah, like woman, man, like watching, like they're like
the man.
You know, some people. You know what? This is my thing. We don't put labels on anything or anybody. We like what we like. We dislike what we dislike, and you know, we allow people to be free, and while we're free. Yeah. So that being said, people like what they like. So some women like to see their men, pleasured by a woman or a man. And they like to watch. Yeah. And on the other hand, and you guys know what? This is really big as far as like even like porn. A lot of white men like to watch their women have sex with black men.
Honestly,
I've seen that. I've seen that a lot.
Honestly, on most of my cucking videos I've seen, is honestly they're all like they're black guys. Like black guy fucks my wife. I'm like, Jesus.
Hubby watches while BBC rails my wife into oblivion. You know?
While my wife says I love him to this black man, I'm like,
well, she gets drilled. No, I'm serious. She gets drilled. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
no,
wow.
Seriously, it's a thing, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
it's what we like or what we dislike. There's nothing.
I think
if you like something, then like it. If you love it, then love it. Don't let nobody tell you different. Do it.
Fuck the haters.
I think it's a beautiful world we can live in when you can just do whatever you want, what you like without judgment.
Because
when you're not getting munched on, you're getting your ass ate.
Because we were watching this show, and it took place in the back in the days, like Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
It was like what era is this?
Little House on the Prairie. What the fuck?
Oh, the Yeller.
what era is that?
Lassie?
Where the red fern grows? No, it was Peaky Blinders. I don't know, like the fucking 1900s. Like
it was like this girl got pregnant, and like they're like, dude, you can't have the wife because the guy's not there, and you're like, it's a bastard child, And I'm just thinking like, dude. They can't be even saying that they have threesomes, Like nowadays,
I know.
we could be having orgies,
Literally.
And like you're not getting arrested. That's the thing. Like you might get judged, you might get bashed, whatever, but you're not getting feared for your life, kind of shit. Where you're like, oh my god, which is so nice because we can experiment so much more, which is like so fun.
I agree.
Like imagine confessing that you've gotten your ass ate when Winston Churchill's president. Like,
oh my god! You gotta tell Abraham Lincoln, old honest Abe,
hell to pay for getting your ass ate during World War II.
You know what?
You know what, Abe? I just let him fuck another man.
Abe. I'm being honest, Abe.
I'm gonna level with you here, Abe.
Take off your fucking hat, first of all.
Your top hat. Take off your hat. Hail to the hot top hat. Oh my. Okay.
Oh man.
to the topic. You guys want to hear some?
Wait, is this bleeped or is this?
It's G14 classified
for everybody?
I just remembered something.
Is this classified?
It's G14
Okay, we're
classified.
this. We'll be back.
Hold
in
on, y'all.
Try to make it
Commercial
quick.
break.
Okay.
Take a shot.
It's
It was just fun.
It's fun, bro. When you stop caring, obviously, as long as you're not being disrespectful and you're probably not doing it in front of kids or weird places.
No kids.
Yeah,
No
you
kids.
just gotta be.
I always say my favorite spots in front of a school.
Damn it.
That's the old that they always get you.
I hate it here.
Yeah, you
Just as we got serious, I just throw a wrench in things.
Snap back in.
We're back. We're back.
I had to pee. That's why.
Is squirt pee is the question of the evening.
It's not.
I heard it was. Okay, I heard it's a mixture.
It's not. It comes out of a whole different canal than where the pee comes out of.
I thought it comes out of the old urethra.
Yes, that's where pee comes out of, but that's not where, that's not where squirting comes out of. I'm telling you. Okay, I've had 3 people that made me squirt. Okay, so
and it wasn't your fucking ex. That's for sure. Goddamn right it wasn't.
Going to tell the truth.
So we say what we want. All of a sudden.
Oh my gosh. God damn it.
Okay.
Anyways.
So,
Can we keep that in just for the record?
Yes.
we can keep that.
Okay. For sure. That one.
Okay,
All right.
so that's gonna be so funny. Anyways, it's not. It comes out of a different space, a different place. It really does.
Okay. I mean, I'm not shaming it or anything.
And honestly, and this is the other thing, it doesn't happen. Like for me, it never happened when I was orgasming.
Really?
Just like at a random point, it was just like.
It was just random, and it was like pounding.
Wow.
It was like from a pounding. It wasn't like no. It was from like.
Boom, boom, boom.
It was
Jesus! All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
It was from pounding.
You got to pay your taxes.
But I never had an orgasm while I was squirting ever.
I think every girl that I've been with that's ever been like they felt the urge or like the squirt was coming. They've always been like, stop. Like, I don't want to squirt. Like, they felt shame about it, I think, and they didn't want to squirt. And I'm always like, squirt? Like, I think that's cool.
Not everybody is confident and comfortable with their sexuality. Therefore, you're going to get people that are like that. And especially nowadays, it's like this whole thing where there's this taboo or stigmatism or whatever. It's like, like you have to squirt. No, the fuck you don't. Yeah. Some people never will. Like some people like, oh, excuse me. And like when I had my soul snatch break, they would say, well, like, how can I make her squirt? You can't. It just happens organically. Yeah. Like no matter what you do,
it's
like
a good surprise.
And I will say, it happened with the bigger ones.
Oh
shit! Yeah, the squirt. So it's like something that like the
triggered
bigger ones can.
Yeah.
It's So
oh, fuck, Chris, you're never gonna get anyone to squirt. Then I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up! I swear to God, I don't like you right now. I love you, but I don't like you.
Jaime swears.
Stop! Stop it immediately. Halt!
I don't know where it comes from, Char. I don't know where it comes from.
It's a mess.
I think I have a decent penis.
You're gonna have to schedule. Go to my website. Schedule a booking for him. He's gonna have to.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we really need to work on your degradation.
Degradation.
In daily life, you need to stop.
I need help.
You're sick. Hey, grow up.
I just realized not
look everyone can be blessed.
Like, grow up.
Holy fuck.
I love y'all. This is so fun.
Do we have anything else in the tank?
Oh my gosh.
Do you have?
What are you feeling, Char?
How are you feeling? You think this is pretty good?
You guys can ask or ask whatever, say whatever. I mean,
I feel like we'll definitely have you on again eventually.
For sure.
We definitely have to have a part 2.
Yeah. In the coming months, maybe January or something like that around there.
Yeah.
Around my birthday.
Hey.
I'll come over for my birthday.
Capricorn.
For your 25th birthday.
Exactly. Come on.
But no, I think this is a good place to wrap it, and then I'm sure there's a lot we still want to say. I'm sure, and a lot of you've lived a good life, so. Not those 20 years. That was a bland ass life. It's just pregnancy, disappointment. But after that, but I just want to say thanks for coming on. Yes. I appreciate it so much. Hope you guys appreciate her because she's a really good presence.
Yeah.
Follow her. Okay, so you have a lot of platforms and a lot of things. Can you just shout out a couple things and that you want to say for yourself, and then later on we could text and you could we could put in the bio everything that you have. But say a couple things that you want to promote. Boom, boom,
yes,
boom.
Okay,
boom.
y'all follow me on TikTok especially, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all hashtags, and it's under Says What She Wants. And you guys don't care about what people think. Don't care about what people say about you. Live your life. YOLO. You only get one shot at this.
Yep.
Live it to the fullest.
There's only one you.
Really?
You know?
There really is.
There only ever will be.
And sometimes you have a small dick. And that's okay. I'm just kidding, sure. I'm just kidding.
But no, and little dicks matter.
They really
That's
do.
the thing. Next episode, little dicks matter.
They really do.
That's a good one.
No.
But we can talk about Jaime in that one.
Yeah.
That'll be Jaime's episode.
No, but thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the presents. Hope you guys enjoyed the vibes. Say what you want, then I'll
real quick. I'm going to say what I want.
Please do.
No, thank you so much for coming on. You were pretty much a complete stranger, but you hit us up, and that takes courage, and I'm so glad you came on. This was so fucking fun.
It was so
I can't
fun,
wait to have you
guys.
on again. You're good presence, good energy. And Jaime, take it away.
Yeah, and then for those who are watching her stuff, I know if at first it doesn't seem like something you'd be into or something like you agree with or whatever, just take a second to see where it's coming from, kind of understand where it's happening, because that's kind of what I did too. Was just oh shit, and then being okay, let me not react so fast,
Have a child's mind here.
Yeah, have a child's mind, literally. Be open to grow and be open to whatever, and try to be loving in your comments. I'm sure if we have a few hateful comments, it's okay. Whatever it is, we're gonna say what we want and we're gonna do what we want.
And we do.
And it's cozy, And I appreciate you so much for coming. Real quick on the previous pod, thanks guys so much for the Angel pod. Angel Hernandez. Here's a link if you guys haven't seen that one. You guys are showing so much love to that one. We're at 500 views, 36 likes. It's really good. Hopefully this pod should be out on Friday. I can't do
the math.
Okay, November 18th, 19th, around there. Before Thanksgiving. That's all I know. Please make sure
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy
Make sure
Thanksgiving.
to
Be thankful for those that are in your life that actually love you and appreciate you.
Because there's rare.
And tell them.
Yes.
Yeah, tell them. Let them know.
Because you don't want to wait till they pass to really remember them.
Come on, give me my flowers now.
And make sure you buy what is it called?
Oh, a spur.
Oh
Make sure you buy a spur.
The pinwheel.
The
and
pinwheel.
coconut oil.
Buy those two things.
Just
Those are necessary.
Yes.
For you to keep your
Essential.
Your
Staples.
happiness.
Keep them in the house.
Alrighty, guys. We love you so much. Thanks, Char.
Char.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
We love y'all.
Thanks, Char. Love you guys. Bye.
You get a pass.
I'm
gonna-
on the pod.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
We were wild, y'all.
Oh my god.
That's the pod. I had to use the bathroom, man. I can't even walk right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna be here for a